6:19. That's the time. Welcome back from the news. My God, there's a lot going on. Dangote refineries. I think that's like the biggest news right now, right? This one is even taking second place. The presidential fleet review. I think that's one about Dangote refineries launching into this like everywhere. Boom shakalaka.
That's the event of.
Are you excited?
I am.
Why?
At least something. Hopefully, that's something. At least when they remove the subsidy. Hopefully, this will reduce the cost and availability.
Okay, so this is you just having expectations.
Yes, because I think I was around that area in February.
That's the Bejuleki.
It's a huge thing. I'm just looking at the number of people that will be employed.
Right.
Then the number of people that will be employed. The number of at least if we are refining the product, we don't have to import
and pay cost of importation.
So that's I think we're expecting something.
But you do know that this is still subject to naira and kobo and dollar and everything.
But the things that I'm feeling it should not be subject to dollar.
Excuse me, it's a private venture. How is it gonna make profits?
Let's leave that one for you. But let's just be happy that at least we have something for now.
Right.
Let's see how it works. Because I know there's a lot of investment that has gone in and people want to make profit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so still a sad part is that if one person can get this done
in just 5 years.
What are we doing?
In just guy, do you know since when we talk about refineries in Nigeria, administrators have come and
are there.
Yes.
We just need to upgrade the structures and make them functional.
And do you know what's even more interesting? As a people, we are very easy to please. Do you know?
I tell people, as a Nigerian, we don't care that you are stealing with your right hand. We close our eyes to it. But please, just give us the basic with your left hand.
I'm telling you.
We're good.
Do you know that if what we had, like the 3 refineries in Nigeria, if they were not even upgraded to this standard, not even this high def standard,
just make them work.
Just make them work. And Nigerians will bless you forever.
You return to the superstar. So when I was looking at it, I was watching it live today. So the caliber of people that were there, we had 6, 7 presidents, we had all the big shots that caught the shots in Nigeria were there. In my head, I'm like, why do we celebrate so much private thing? These people are those people in government,
right?
Why can't we?
It's the same people, love my sister.
See, the matter sometimes, it's very complex. It's interwoven And
to think that this is one thing that there are always promises about every single time people want to get into government. They will tell you, we'll revive the refineries. They actually come in to do 4 years, end up doing 8 years. 8 years. One administration, I don't think since, what's it called? It's only Jonathan that did 4 years, right? 6 years actually, give and take, because he had to do the 2 years remaining for Yaradua and then 4 of his own. But at the end of the day, refineries, it is what it is. Here we are, in 5 years.
When coming to government, please don't have 10-point agenda.
How many points?
Can you just have 2-point agenda per 4 years?
Right.
And focus on it.
I think there was an administration that didn't have any agenda, anything. I can't remember which exactly now. Which one preceded this one?
This one was Jonathan.
Okay, yeah. Before Jonathan, there was one administration. Okay, maybe it was during campaign. Somebody was going on about how that no, he doesn't want to do any of these agenda thingy.
For 4 years, you want to make sure power is working, and you want to.
Do you know what's even more interesting?
Just 2-point agenda, health or something.
What's even more interesting is that monies are actually invested. It's not like they abandon these projects. No, monies are actually invested, but somehow we don't get to see the dividends of these monies.
You don't want to know the things that go on with those money, my dear.
God.
I don't know people that even do contract with government. If you see people that do contract right now, they're telling you, they will tell you, I don't think I want to do contract with government, because there's a process. You want to get contracts, you will have to, before you even get to do the job, the money is half gone,
and that is behind the scenes.
You can't hear that.
And that is unaccounted for money.
No way.
That is the one you have to use to grease palms. Is that what you're talking about?
So let's leave that for
6:23 p.m. Super Citizen at Sunset. Didi is here. Our healthcare expert, the one who is always worried about or concerned, the one who's always concerned about our mental health.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back. In the last 2 weeks, we've been trying to catch each other. right timing and be able to do this thing, and I'm glad that you're able to make it here on time. Last week we started, but it was a little too late, so we couldn't have the conversation extensively. In 2017 there was a report that was released, I don't know if you saw it, and it was World Health Organization that said Nigerians are the most depressed people. Did you see that report?
I think I've seen something around that, yeah.
And I'm like, boom shakalaka. I thought these people now, Transparency International, there was a time they were saying we're the happiest people in the world.
No way. Have you seen? No.
Oh, well, maybe top on the list, somewhere, top.
No.
But Nigeria is making the list. I used to see, like 2014, 2015.
We have high-functioning, depressed, happy people.
Oh, no. What now? Say again.
High-functioning, depressed, happy people.
High-functioning, depressed, happy people. How is that even in the same sentence? Please enlighten me. What does that even mean?
I just coined that, but there's something called high-functioning depression.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the kind of depression where you don't see the symptoms for a very long time. So this person goes out every day bubbling, do their everyday thing, go to work, they're active, they're productive. But when they go back to their homes or to their place, they feel very empty.
Do they know that they are depressed?
That's why it's high functioning. Sometimes they won't. It takes a while for them to know, even
to realize,
because they just go and see them. They feel very empty, very unworthy, not enough, very unhappy. But it's inside their closet.
Oh.
So there are many people that commit suicide. I know that these are the things. So a lot of Nigerians, we are unhappy, but we just have to make something work for us. So in that unhappiness, we try to find some form of happy. Some of this happy might be even negative coping, like you go out every weeknight, you see people go hang out to drink. It's a form of happy for them.
The other day,
it's a negative kind of coping.
Tell you what, the other day, my driver just came to pick me that night, and we're passing this back road, this Masalachi road that leads to Silverbed. You know, this back road behind Central Park. Good. And I think it was a Wednesday of last week. It's not like I don't see it, but that day I had to speak up. If you see the cars parked in front of that hangout spot on a weekday.
Yeah, I think one of my friends had its birthday 2 Mondays ago. That Monday they had crazy traffic there.
Okay, yeah.
So on a Monday, after I couldn't come, and I said, come out, let's see. So I went out. On a Monday, we could barely sit. And I had to say it out, like, on a Monday, why is this place like this?
So is that a reflection of perhaps this hyper something you call it?
High functioning.
No,
it's
depression?
not necessarily 100%, but the truth is that
could those kind of people be amongst those kind of crowds?
Yeah. Me, I have been there.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is okay. This is getting home.
Like I told you, mental health for me did not just come because of book knowledge. It came from experience. What I have been through. Yeah, so I've been there. You see me be like, Didi, you're so bubbling. You have it all together. When I get home, I break down. I cry all night. I feel worthless. I feel empty.
Do you know why you're crying in those moments?
No, yes, there are things. Life happens.
Okay.
But because maybe some people see you like in Nigeria, and some men. That's why if you go to those places, you find a lot of men there.
Mm-hmm.
They have taught you not to break down.
Yeah.
They have taught you not to be weak, in quote. They have taught you not to look at what is not working.
Societal constructs.
So many expectations. So you see that if you go out, you have to brace it up. So for people, someone like me, at the point, I had to brace it up because Didi has it figured out. She has it together.
You're talking right now, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I know it's gone. I know you're done with it, right?
No, it's not 100%. No, I don't. You can't fake it.
Okay.
I'm still in the process of healing. But I'm not where I used to be because healing is a spectrum. It's not something that will happen
like
overnight.
Snap of finger.
But now, even if I get a trigger, because I know my trigger, I know myself, I know the things that will get me there, I'm quick to manage it. So that's where I feel I'm better than people that don't even know or don't even know how to help themselves.
Wow. Okay, so I'm particularly concerned about people who may be depressed and don't even know that they're depressed. I think that's the most dangerous.
Most dangerous.
Okay, so what are some of the indicators for these, for people generally? Don't worry. You who's listening to me right now, you're not depressed, okay? Let's agree on that one. You're not depressed.
Are we acting?
Yes. Now, tell us, what are some of the indicators to look out for? Maybe for my friend. It's not me.
Yeah, I'm asking for a friend.
Exactly.
I'm going to just say it for the friend.
Exactly.
So the thing is that, first of all, there's a lot of misconception about what this is and what it is not. So first of all, depression is a mood thing where you start feeling sad, you start feeling empty, but continuously for more than 2 weeks.
Okay.
So life can happen. I can come out today. I didn't just wake up on the right side, and maybe after 2 days I snap out of it. No, that's not depression.
No.
Really? No. Abba, life will happen. No, you can just wake up some days, someone will piss you off, or someone pissed you off before you went to bed, and you woke up on the wrong side, and you're just mad, you're not just happy, or you're expecting something, it didn't happen, or you lost someone. So those ones will happen. So when life happens, but when you now have a pattern of sadness, of now losing interest of what you like continuously for more than 2 weeks, then we start looking out what is the problem.
Nice.
And the thing is that it appears in women and men differently. So for women, some women, you start seeing them, they start crying a lot, they are sad, they don't want to go out. Some people start eating more, some people start eating less, some people start sleeping more, some people start sleeping less. So it depends on the body. Then for men, they just start getting very angry, they are withdrawn, they don't want to talk to you. So you see, so people need to understand who you're with. If it's your friend, your spouse, your colleague, if you have understood the normal of that person, then you start seeing this change. For more than 2 weeks, this person just comes to work all moody, not talking to anybody, maybe someone that is very bubbly. So you can just try and talk to the person. Maybe the person is going through something, or maybe the person has lost someone, but because he's a man and they have told them they cannot break down, they cannot cry,
they have to keep
just
up
like
appearance.
One of my friends today, I had gone to our office. I told her, if you want to cry. She said she can't cry in the office.
Why can't?
She said she can't cry in the office.
Oh yeah, well.
So you understand that kind of
corporate environment.
So, but it's okay to go to the bathroom, cry, clean your eyes, yes, hold it together. But sometimes you can't even help it. So there was a time I was talking to some teachers, and the guy said if he's feeling down and everything, that what he does is that he's just going to drive and just take his car and drive.
No,
that is not.
Isn't that
coping.
dangerous?
That's what I told him. So you see, different people feel.
You're putting your life at risk and the road and the life of other road users.
Exactly.
Right?
So all of these things, first thing starts with you as a person. Understand yourself. Understand your body.
Man, know thyself.
Yes, know yourself and know peace. When you understand yourself, you understand when things start changing, and because there's something called self-awareness, people don't have such things. Nobody's teaching us that. Take a job. When did you start feeling different? What happened that made you feel different? But unfortunately, people will now look at what made them explode, but not what triggered them.
Okay, tell me how.
Okay, so let me say, for instance, I've been maybe someone that works at home, a guy comes that works in your office, maybe at home. He's been abused emotionally by his wife. It has been happening and everything. He has been managing it. He comes to work, and some lady in his office just says something, and he snaps. He will get very angry, and he starts like, oh, "Please calm down with that person." It was not what that person said. It's a build up of what has been happening.
What if he doesn't even acknowledge?
Some people don't even know.
My God,
that's the problem. Some people don't know. Some people don't know. Some people know that there's something wrong, but they don't want to accept it.
Right.
Then some people accept it, but they don't want to talk about it because of the stigma. They don't want people to make them judge them. Some people will not say because they don't even know where to find help.
Let me ask you a question just before I forget. I don't want to forget it. Is it expensive to get help in Nigeria?
Yes,
professional
for psychotherapy, it's expensive, it's scarce. First of all, because the human resources is very low.
So now we're talking about that brain drain thing in the health sector.
Yes.
We're here again.
We are here. And this is even, clinical medicine, doctors, nurses, at least we have a lot. But in the psychotherapies is very low. We had less than 300 before, but imagine the attrition, imagine the immigration of all of these people going abroad.
Everybody
but the things that the other allied support that people do not know.
How do we get help?
There's help talking about it. So now,
Oh, I think this just felt like a deja vu. Like we've had this conversation before,
yes,
right?
We had this conversation last year.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Last year.
But, and the thing is that we keep having this conversation because people still need to get informed.
Exactly.
So there are other ways. It's not until you go to the psychiatric or the psychologist or the psych ward, the Yaba left and all of that. You know, you can go to your general
meanwhile, I think that's just very. What's the word now? Stigmatizing.
Yes.
I don't understand. Yaba left.
Before you hear it, don't come Yaba left. But the truth is that that is what mental health has been perceived to be. So that's why we need to talk about it. That it's okay. The same way you have malaria, the same way I have flu right now.
Yeah.
My mental health can swing because of life, because of whatever I'm going through, because of whatever I experience.
Now, please let me ask you this question. Right, there are lots of NGOs that insist that they are, for mental health. You can talk to us. What are the prerequisites? Because I've seen some NGO people who run some of these NGOs, they're not really doing, I don't know, not by my standard, of course, but in my opinion, I feel like either some of them are just out to make money, primarily not exactly because they are concerned about the health or mental health of other people who are their attendees or something. It just gives a certain type of vibe. Are there prerequisites to actually owning an NGO when it comes to mental health in Nigeria, or is it just about paper?
No. First of all, like we have a network of Mental Health Nigeria. So Nigeria Mental Health is a network. A couple of organizations are under it. First, if you're having an NGO, it starts with passion, it starts with capacity.
Who finds out? Who checks these things?
So so we just got the mental health bill.
Yeah. I think we talked
now
about
the
it.
implementation is happening.
Okay.
So all of these checks, all of these standards are going to come as the implementation unfolds. But many of them, yes, most people, unfortunately in the development sector, a lot of people are there because of the money. But there's still people that really are there because they want to help. I tell people that for me, I've been doing mental health with DT for more than 2 years. I haven't gotten 1 naira as a support. I might not have supported thousands of people, but I know that at least I've listened. I've been able to support a few that are happy. So the truth is that but it's not sustainable. You must have a form of funding, because for me, when I started, I was doing it alone. I became overwhelmed. I had to employ staff. I'm going to pay that person from somewhere. You want to organize programs, you want to organize events, you need to get money from somewhere. So some of these services, they need to pay. For me now, I started charging for therapy, 10,000 naira per session.
How many hours?
1 hour.
1 hour in 1 day? I'll be 1 hour for 5 days.
No, in 1 day. But that's what I'm saying. For me, that's what I charge. And why I charge that is because that's why I pay too. I go to therapy too.
Okay.
And I pay for my sessions. That's what.
But do you know that technically 10,000 naira is not such a big amount of money if you look at it like really?
So, but the truth is that we don't look at. Imagine if HMOs cover them.
Right.
So the same way, because if you go to the hospital, you're going to get a card, you're going to get consultation, you're going to do lab work, you're going to all of these things. But sitting down and listening to someone, I've listened to so much stuff now, and I tell people that once you start your story, if I see that I don't have the emotional capacity to, I say, can I refer you?
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? So it's and we have spent money to acquire these skills.
True.
So somehow it has to maintain itself. But the truth, what I tell people is that there's some people I charge 5K. There's some people that I do it for free. If I know that.
What informs your what's it called now?
The payment. See, there's some people that come. This is what I want to do. There's some people that they just come. You don't even know that it's a therapy session you're doing.
Okay.
And you just have to listen.
Just conversations. One thing leads to another.
And because one thing, talking to someone has proven to help a lot. But because of the kind of society we are, where you don't want to make your issue an headline and you don't know who you're talking to, so people are afraid of speaking.
I do. Wait, hold up. I don't like that thing, right? You say social media people, so maybe Instagram or even Twitter, I'm not sure exactly where now, where you would see this thing about somebody now coming to say, somebody just told me something. Even if you're not calling me, right? You don't call my name, and I see you reference my story,
and I know that I've said something,
and I know that I've said something to you, I feel a certain type of way. Does that not matter?
Naked.
You get?
You feel naked. See, the thing is that first of all, every one of us should feel naked and vulnerable sometimes. It's okay.
Okay.
But in a safe space. Like last year, January, I started a safe space. It's called the Vent Lounge with Didi. It was virtual, where I created. For you to join the group, you have to sign a privacy and confidentiality form.
Okay.
So what we do is every week we used to meet. For some time now, we haven't met because I've become a little bit overwhelmed. So what we used to do is that every week we have a meeting day. If you want to vent about something, you share it with me. I'm going to blind it, anonymous, no name.
Okay.
But I'll put it on the group. Then people will have a conversation around it.
Good.
So that way, somebody must have gone through it, or someone is going through it. You are talking about, but nobody knows whose story it is, and everybody's going to contribute. So after the meeting, I'll now ask the person, did you get any form of insight? So those kind of things. So it's good for people to have safe space. And that's, like I tell people, for me, mental health, I needed help so badly, I didn't get it.
Why? Because
it's not available. And I wanted to, because I already knew that it was working. Because schooling abroad, you know that you can get their psychologists in school and all of that. So when I came back and I needed help so bad, I had to start looking for. So when I now got help, it was relieving for me. And I found out that a lot of people are feeling like me, but they don't even know who to talk to. So I just said, okay, let me talk about this thing. And to my greatest shock, people started sending stuff in my DM. I felt like the thing that changed my life was a lady. I don't know, I've never met her till now.
Really?
Yes. And she sent me a message on Instagram on a Saturday morning that she was about to kill herself.
No way.
And somehow she just scrolled and saw my video and she listened. I think that was the breaking point for me.
Okay, wait. You were going through stuff, right? And you were talking about yourself. You
not
were just
myself, but not like 100%, but I was just letting it out.
Okay,
I'm feeling and what you can do.
But it was entirely about you. It was not even about the lady.
I was not. I was just wanted to let it out. But at the same time, I was trying to let it out in a way where I don't look so vulnerable and still maintain my. But I felt like, why are you hiding it? Even till now, I've not been able to come out 100% to say, this is what I've been through. But if I have a conversation off camera, I'm able to share.
And then
I'm now sharing it. So sharing it makes me feel more empowered.
Right.
Yes, and the fact that I'm saying to somebody, and somebody say, no way, you can't. I say, yes way,
I know that.
And that's where so I'm talking to someone, I listen to myself, I'm encouraging myself and that person. So those are the power that comes with talking about, but in a safe space.
So now I want to get the relationship. So this girl just randomly runs into your video.
Yes, she said she saw my video and she just sent me a message and she called me. I called her. I was even scared because at that point, there's some people that are dragging me. Based on what I was going through, some ladies were dragging me online.
You how? What do you mean drag?
Like they were sending me crazy messages.
Oh no, that.
So, yes.
On your own story again, people were dragging you. Okay, what was their contention? That you were making up the story?
No, some said, shut up. What are you saying? You cannot even take care of your home. You are talking about this and so many crazy shit.
Oh no.
Yes. So at that point, I was thinking it was just one of them. But I was scared that day. I just said, okay, just call her. So I called her, spoke to her for 2 hours. And she was crying. I don't know anybody in Benin. She was in Benin.
Oh.
So I had to okay, who do I know in Benin? I called my friend as a doctor in Benin. Please, do I know any psychologists? So I just followed up and she got help.
Thank God.
And there was a day she called me, I think last year on my birthday. I was crying. She said she's alive because of whatever. I just said the right things. So this thing gave me some form of strength that, okay, I'm probably not the only one going through this. There are a lot of people going through it and they don't know who to talk to and they don't know how to even express it.
Wow. Thank you on her behalf. Thank you. All right, let's take a break at this time. When we come back, more coming your way. It is Citizen FM 93.7. To stay with us.
Yes.
I bet it crossed your mind. Stay connected to the Super Citizen Show as we enjoy a great radio experience on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja.
It has just begun.
Check it out.
Rescan your dial.
You found it.
You found it. Citizen 93.7 FM. Abuja.
This call to prayer is sponsored by the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people.
I think I'm even liking the behind the scenes conversation. Even because my God, we've said a lot. Citizen FM 93.7, 648. We just have a few more minutes, 7 particularly. We have 7 more minutes to go now. Yeah. Okay, so I was just asking you a minute ago. I said, what is therapy like? Because a lot of times when people don't understand something, they fear it, right? Better understanding opens you up more to options. What is it like? Okay. Wait. Meanwhile, is it like that thing on TV that we see when we're watching American films?
Sometimes it's not exactly like that. But one thing about therapy is you go into someone that will listen to you
Are you made to lie down on the couch?
No, it depends on what kind of therapy you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's some therapy that has to do with your brain, your mind. You have to go. They have to ask you. So that's not my own area. My area is cognitive behavioral therapy. Is more of speaking and listening. So you go in and someone is going to listen to you without judging you, without giving you any advice.
And that's the part I was
people
talking
need to
about.
understand, and there's no advice in therapy. But the only thing is that therapy is going to give you perspective, because when you're going through something, you're beclouded by what you see. You cannot see other options. You can't see other ways to think about it. So the therapy is just going to guide your thought process. So most times you go there, you identify the problem, and you will identify the solutions. By yourself.
Do you know that that's one of our problems here, right? The fact that we like some sort of leading, and that's why religion thrives in Africa, Nigeria. We like some sort of leading, like somebody to tell you, oh, do this. Oh, that's why you hear things like I got a leading, and I'm not even trying to down talk anybody's
definitely.
experience right now. But what about people who are given to that kind of experience? Like they like some sort of nudging. That's why people go to any of those blogs or any sites where they do all of those relationship counsel and everything. You would read tons and tons and tons of stories. People know what, like we were talking earlier, people know what they want inside of their chests. Right, but somehow you just need some
validation.
Sort of, thank you.
So the thing is that personally, I tell people that we know, but we might not have clarity. So say in your mind, you know that this thing might not be good, but I don't have another option. I don't know any other way to do it. That's one. So you need someone to direct you. But in the aspect of people telling people what to do, I inclusive. I think our society has made us feel that way. We are not a society that takes responsibilities for our own actions. We're a society that we need to blame someone for what is going on with us. So I think that's it's like a foundation thing. Right. So people will always want someone to tell you, okay, this is the way to go, yeah, I love you. Go. And you will be shocked. Nobody will even ask, where are we going to?
You just
and why are we going? Because that's our society. But it's gradually changing. That's why you find children now, they ask you questions. Right. You can't shut them down.
And the parents now, right? Because of how we are given to shutting down these children. Just go and read your book or something.
No, for me, I have 2 kids.
Great.
I don't shut them down. Sometimes I don't want to listen, but I have to listen. Because you'll be shocked the kind of question they ask you.
Very cerebral.
Unlike when we were growing up, even till now, I think even at 38 years old, my dad and my mom are in my house. There's some things I would not do. It's there in my head.
Come on, and daddy day.
Yeah, do you understand? I think my colleague was saying something today. I said, know my mom is around.
At your age.
I said it's today. So I think it's the way we have been brought up and our society. So people need to start asking questions. For me, I think that was where I started getting help. Okay. But I started asking, this is not me. I'm not a bitter person. I'm not a sad person. I'm not an angry person. Why am I feeling like this? So people should ask those questions to themselves. People should lead themselves. People should be have a relationship with yourself. Know thyself and know peace. What triggers you? What makes you mad? Why are you like this? Why are you not like this? I was still talking to someone the other day. They'll tell you, go pray. Sometimes you go to the front of God to pray. You don't even know what you're praying for.
Oh, God.
You don't even know. Then you have somebody to tell you, save Lord. Pray that Father will do this. This thing is a personal relationship. If you know yourself, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but let us know ourselves. Let us be convinced. That's why it's a personal thing. Understand.
All right. So we have 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. Okay, as a way of rounding off, what are some of the things that we need to know? Some need to know in 2 minutes.
Okay, so first of all, depression is a very high problem that is existing amongst us a lot now.
And it's not about money.
Money can be part of it because there are different factors that leads to it. People not able to live properly and all of that. So it's there. And you being depressed doesn't mean that your life it's going to end there. You can get help. There's help everywhere. Please try and identify safe spaces to talk to. If you don't know, Google, go to internet, ask. Yes, there might be some wrong information, but I tell people, if you keep asking, one day you get the right information. And there's help everywhere. And please feel free to be vulnerable. It's okay. You're human. Feel free to cry. Feel free to say, yes, I can't do this. I'm just exhausted. It's okay. We are humans. But the most important thing is I don't stay there.
Right. Don't stay there for too long. All right. Thank you very much, DT. I need to buy you a drink. I need to buy you a drink for this conversation. We'll be having here again on Monday, right? We're having you join us again on Monday, same time. Oh my God. Sorry, we can't even take calls right now. Our time is up. Yes, our time is up. But it was really. Send a message or something. Pardon? You could send a message that we would read. Maybe that will be for us, because now we have to pack our bags and be getting out of the studio. Our time is up. All right. So the number is 0818-2222-205. That's the WhatsApp number. We are able to take only WhatsApp messages, not text. All right. Thank you very much, DT. It's been a fantastic conversation with you. We're hoping to see you again tomorrow.
On Monday.
Monday, Jerry. See, I had it so good. I want you to come. All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.